So right now, we're going to work on a thing called the joke mine. The joke mine is a 5-step system which takes a chosen setup and works you through to a punch. We'll begin with it because it uses the 5 mechanisms you've just learned to write punches. Let's start with this sample setup. My wife just ran off with my best friend. Target, connector, reinterpretation. So, we're going to list our assumptions. Remember, the story went on in your head. My wife just ran off with my best friend, okay? What are your assumptions? These are all going to be, you're going to list your assumptions.
Packed suitcases.
They had an affair.
You're pissed off.
Okay, an affair. Okay, packed.
You're angry.
Okay, husband is angry.
Depressed.
Is angry and depressed.
Betrayed.
The wife
And best friend.
betrayed.
Dixie and Martine.
Best friend.
The best friend is human.
Best friend
She's laughing.
is human.
The guy.
Best friend is a guy.
He's handsome. Best friend's handsome.
The best friend is handsome.
Well,
Now, you'd make your own list of assumptions. It's up to you. For you, everybody's got a different picture, a little bit different picture in your head. Okay? Everybody clear? What you do is get that picture in your head. What are your major assumptions? Try to pick them. Okay, then you pick one of your assumptions, the one that you think will work as a joke, or one that's really obvious, you know that the whole audience will accept. Don't pick obscure ones. Pick the one you know the audience will accept. So the best friend is a guy. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Nice and obvious. A guy's best friend is usually a guy. She ran off and she's probably female. We assume that as well. Ran off with a guy. Got it?
Yes.
Now, that's how. So, yes, sir.
By the assumption that the audience will accept, you're saying in general, the majority of the people.
Right. Because you don't want to pick some obscure one, because you can pick some obscure something. You know, some people will go, my wife just ran off with my best friend, you know, and they're in a small hotel in Mesquite, Nevada, eating chicken. Well, I guess you could make that assumption if you wanted to, but there's nothing that do you follow what I'm saying? Is that, you know, nobody's going to really make that leap. You have to stay with the leaps you know the audience will make, and the fact that they had an affair, and also you go into a little bit. Where did they go for their affair?
Hotels.
So to a hotel or something. They went someplace else. Do you follow what I'm saying? They left the house and went someplace to have an affair. You know, they packed. They packed and left. It was a conscious act. These are all things that are important for you to know, because these may come into play later. Okay? Because remember, the point of the joke mine is, as we make choices, it'll lead to different paths and give you different jokes. Okay? So, guy. Okay, so we need to find out our connector now. The next step is to figure out the connector. We know it's a guy. So that's always, the only information the audience has gotten is the setup. So something in the setup had to make you think it was a guy. Mm-hmm. So since I'm a guy saying this, what in the setup caused you to believe it was a guy she ran away with?
Best friend.
Right on. Best friend. Got it? It's actually a piece of language here. Oftentimes you'd be shocked. It is. Not always, but many times it can be. Everybody clear? Now the next step is we're going to make up a reinterpretation. But I want several reinterpretations so we have choices. That's why it's a mine. So give me some best friends other than a guy. What is it?
Dog.
Dog. Now let's keep going. Let's not stop. What's another best friend?
Girl.
A girl. Not all of them are necessarily going to work, but let's do it anyway. Now come on, use your imaginations.
Remote.
A remote. The remote control on the TV. Booze. Now you're starting to do it.
Sex toy.
Sex toy. Now I like it. You scare me. The internet. Ooh, that's interesting. Internet. The internet being your best friend.
My hand.
Your hand. You starting to get it? Everybody following? See, because best friend can have many different interpretations. A lot of people get one and then they stop. Kind of go, oh, I got an idea for a joke, and that's the end of it. That's part of the system, is to open your eyes and say, wait a second, I've got a lot of choices here. Are all of them going to work? No, they're not. Some of them are going to really suck. Let's pick the obvious one again. Dog. Do we have the makings of the joke? Do we have one thing with two clear different interpretations, expected and unexpected?
Yes.
We have the makings of a joke. We're not finished, because you can't get up and go, and on stand-up comedy stage, you can't get up and go, my wife just ran off with my best friend. Dog! Kind of silly, okay? This is where second story comes in. I need some story situations that I can put it in. The dog has a name. Common, ordinary. Don't try to be clever. What ordinary situations we can put a dog in, around a dog?
Fire hydrant.
Okay, you take him out for a walk, and to do his business with a fire hydrant and stuff like that. Okay, that's good. What's another one?
Like fetch, I don't know.
A fetch. That's fine. The dog will fetch. So each one of these are different scenarios we can put the dog into. Did everybody follow? Yeah. Okay. Again, you're not stuck with any one of them. These are different scenarios we can do it. So again, we have another choice point. Okay?
Things that the second story what the audience thinks of, or?
Well, right now, as the writer, you need to think of that story that you're going to put it in. In other words, all I got right now is a guy and a dog. Okay? And sometimes automatically a picture will come in your head and a punch and everything else, but if it doesn't, you need to break it down and go through the steps. So there's a lot of scenarios we can put, and that'll change how you write the punchline. In other words, I can go, my wife just ran off with my best friend. I'm going to miss Rover. Everybody follow? Okay, got that. That's one. Okay, now you guys don't like that one, but let's try another one. Okay. Now, what are some other things about a dog?
Give it a bath.
You have to give it a bath.
Ticks.
It ticks. And you fix a dog.
Potty training.
Potty trained. All these things give us possible ideas. So, anybody got an idea for a punch? My wife just ran out, and anything that clearly lets me know it's a dog instead of a person. Yes?
Oh, I'm not sure yet. My wife just ran off with my best friend because the dog was easier to bathe than
Cute. That's nice. That's now, you've got an idea.
Because he gave me more kisses. The dog gave her more kisses than me.
Because the dog gave her more. She ran off with. My wife just ran off with my best friend because he licked her more.
But it doesn't sound like a dog.
Okay. Then we need to adjust it. My wife just ran off with my best friend. I'm sure glad I fixed him. You don't fix a person, do you?
My wife just ran off with my best friend, so now she has fleas to go with her crabs.
Some laughs? Yeah, Dan?
My wife just ran off with my best friend. Hopefully she can get past him always shitting on the lawn.
Okay, good. All right. My wife just ran off with my best friend. I'm going to miss both those bitches.